you'll be, Lorraine will be particularly excited to hear this. I first heard that Nikki Giovanni was coming to town, not from reading it somewhere, but because Olivia told me that Nikki Giovanni was coming to town, and she is looking forward to, I think her class is going to see her. And so these, one, all these great people are still alive, so they're too current to be historical, but we're talking about historical people, quite frankly. And we cannot lose the value of reading and communicating and writing and what that means, because especially in this 21st century global economy, if you cannot read, if you cannot write, if you cannot read things and then comprehend them and say them back and explain them to someone, and if parents can't read, they can't help their children to read. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And it has such an impact. And whether it's third or fourth graders knowing how to read on grade level, whether it's sixth graders and making sure that they're not failing English or math or other subjects, which is a dead-on indicator, unfortunately, for high school dropout. All of these issues make a big, big difference. And so, again, time and time and time again, and with Gary here running the Office of Culture, Arts, Culture, and the Creative Economy, it's not just about art for art's sake. It's not just about poetry or dance or many of the other things and all of the artists. And it's not just about the economy, and that is certainly important, and it brings new jobs here. But it really is about a quality of life here in this city. It is about people being able to express themselves in ways that, quite frankly, as more and more artists are finding out, Philadelphia is increasingly becoming known nationally and internationally as a place where you can really break in. It's relatively easy. I was just up on Frankfurt Avenue on Saturday, in a walking tour with their, now I'm going to mess up the name, but it was kind of a kinetic art show. And they have a First Friday event. And there are now thousands of people out on Frankfurt Avenue in Fishtown. Soon, here in this room, working with our spoken word artists who are doing, of course, our Unlitter Us campaign for cleaning up the city, we're going to figure out a way to have poetry slam activities right here in the Mayor's Reception Room in City Hall.
We know that partnerships work, and in this new time that we live in, where all budgets have to be watched closely, partnerships really are the wave of the future and our only tool for getting and moving the needle. We know that arts and culture is greater because it is Philadelphia's renewable resource for personal, civic, and economic growth. From the people, by the people, and for the people, arts adds spark to our children's education. We know it recharges their everyday lives, energizes our neighborhoods for sure, and powers economic investment, as the mayor has already stated. Have you heard about, and help me if I mispronounce this, Haikudelphia? Okay. The contest, the media partners in that are the Philadelphia Tribune and Philly News, Inc. The community partners are First Person Arts and the West Philadelphia Cultural Alliance. The beauty of this is that the celebration brings together 20 Philadelphia public, charter, and Catholic schools. Each school, in fact, each teacher acts as a partner to make this experience real. Other partners include the 76ers, Giovanni's Room, the Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists, and the Enterprise Center. All of you should take out your books and pen or your BlackBerry and log in that the concluding concert will be presented by another Philadelphia gem, and I am biased, the Black Pearl Chamber Orchestra, under the baton of conductor Jerry Johnson. I want to share with you a powerful quotation she selected that I believe best captures her belief and really enunciates the significance of Art Sanctuary celebration of Black writing. Last year, Jerry Johnson sent this to me in our celebration of the next generation of women. She offered, and I quote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure about you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are all born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in all of us. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Nelson Mandela. And I believe that this experience that you and the mayor has lifted up in every way empowers those who might have a dream of wanting to soar to that next level of literacy, but truly don't believe it yet.
I typically cross paths with the mayor around issues of education reform. And he talked a little bit about that, right? Test scores and graduation rates and college acceptance and retention. But it's not lost on anyone how those two missions merge through something called the Celebration of Black Writing. And you've heard that. You've heard it from Lorene, you've heard it from the mayor, and you've heard it from the councilwoman. We know that teaching and learning doesn't end in the classrooms or end at schools. And we recognize that the survival of our community is really linked, inextricably linked to what happens in our education. So education is the survival of community, and healthy communities support education excellence. And that, I think, is what really resonates with so many of us around the celebration of Black writing.